Hello, dear Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Todayenergy. And this is a monthly astrological forecast for you for the upcoming month of July. Wow, that's going to be an exciting month, Cancer, especially because some of you will have birthdays. So I congratulate you and wish you a lot of happiness and love and joy and health in your life for your birthdays. Besides this, we have the planet Mercury, which now, after its retrogradation a month ago, Mercury now moves quite fast on the sky and makes a lot of aspects with other planets. So that's very mentally stimulating, that's very exciting for travels, for studies, for meeting people. On the other hand, also this July, we will feel collectively the pushing, maybe sometimes oppressing, heavy energies of the planet Pluto. And the big action will be, I believe, at the end of the month, when we will experience once again the energy which was with us the whole 2021. And that's the big square between the planet Saturn and Uranus. For the last time, these two planets will form this intense aspect between each other this autumn, September, October. So we will feel it once again. Uranus is the one who wants push and progress and freedom, while Saturn wants responsibility and sometimes puts some restrictions and delays. So the way you will feel now at the end of July and the things you will experience likely will play out for the last time, and maybe we'll find some resolution this autumn. Okay, so let's dive into the month of July. On the 2nd of July, we have an intense day because the two aggressive planets, Mars and Pluto, form an intense aspect between each other. It's a square, right? So Mars is in Aries in your 10th house, Cancer, and Pluto is in your 7th house. So there might be tension at work, 10th house, right? There might be a lot of conflicts, maybe your own desire to show your ambitions, to move forward, but Pluto might represent 7th house, your clients, consultants, people with whom you need to sign some papers, documents, agreements, deals. So there might be either, like, overall, we all collectively this day will feel intensity, conflicts, maybe some kind of manipulation, control, revelations maybe will come out. It's a bit of explosive energy as well, right? So we have to be very thoughtful on the 2nd, not to give in to fights and aggression and irritation at the very least, right? Because Mars wants to act, but Pluto is very cautious. Pluto is about secret stuff which are piled up within us for a long time. So maybe your partners will just explode and tell you that they need something different, something else, or you'll have to kind of strike a deal somehow with them. Of course, for some of you that might mean divorces, separations. For others, it might mean just a lot of passion. And last but not least, depends, of course, what do you do as a profession, as your mission in life, 10th house. But this day might give you very good opportunities for huge financial, lucrative deals. Maybe if you're in a business, maybe if you're in a financial area, then it can be pretty good for you to do some big contracts, for example, because Pluto is everything massive, huge. Maybe big audience you will earn with your passion, 10th house Mars, huge popularity, 7th house. We are helped on this day by Mercury, because Mercury in Gemini, very happy in its own sign, trines Saturn in Aquarius. That speaks of very good mind concentration. We are stable, we are talking confidently, straightforwardly, we think in perspective. So that's good to be kind of cool-headed, really. That's the aspect of cool-headedness, and pull yourself together. So that's great for our thoughts and speech. Inner decisiveness, and for you that's 12th, 8th house. So definitely internally you can feel very calm despite all this chaos, probably, maybe around you, with the partners, with parents, maybe with superiors at work, clients, and so on. You have this inner calm, cool-headed core. You might receive help, whether financially, maybe from your partner, maybe from abroad, maybe your family will support you. This support can be either financial or psychological. So maybe you'll talk to your counselor, your therapist, maybe you'll have a astrological consultation or tarot consultation, and you will get to know some important truth for yourself on this day. On the 5th, the tension goes down because Mars leaves the fiery, impulsive Aries and goes into very rational, calm down Taurus. The same way, it means for you, Cancer, that Mars goes into your 11th house, and whatever is Mars, there is action, ambitions, activities, passion. So you will experience fiery, hot days with your friends. Maybe some friend will become something more than a friend. Maybe you'll travel together. Maybe you'll have a lot of creative ideas with like-minded people. Maybe you are signing up for a course of hot yoga or hip-hop dances. So there will be, or fitness even, but you will go with friends, or you will go to a fitness and you will meet some buddies there. The same day, 5th of July, Mercury goes into Cancer, and on the 18th of July, Venus follows as well into Cancer. So that's your first house, very nicely enhanced by these positive, lovely planets. Of course, Mercury gives you this eloquence, a lot of chats, communications, activities, going out, meeting people, learning, studying, teaching maybe others, travels. And after the 18th, Venus gives you even more charm, even more beauty. Maybe you'll take care of yourself, your body, your look, great for skin procedures, hairstyles, style overall, and of course, earning money, Venus, right, with your face, with your body, and definitely it's very positive for relationships. Very active is the 9th of July, when we have Mercury square Jupiter. It's a lot of activities, a lot of moving around, travel, studies. Jupiter magnifies everything for you, even more so, not only the mental stimulation and positive thinking. It's related to 1st and 8th house, so possibly huge career ambitions and success, recognition, promotions, growth in the career. Maybe for some of you it's actually positive outcome of a divorce or marriage, change of status, because Jupiter in 10th house. 10th house is not only about work, it's actually about much more than work. It's our mission in life, it's our aspirations, goals for the future, and how the world sees us. So you can get very popular here the first half of the month, I would say. On the 13th, we have a full moon at 21 degrees of Capricorn, and you will feel it especially if your ascendant and descendant, hence, because it's one line, right? It's around 21st degree. Well, full moon in 7th house for you, Cancer. Well, that means clarity about your relationships, where you stand, what you want, what the partner wants, culmination in your partner's lives. Finally, you strike the deal, you sign the contract, papers, marriage, divorce. That's, a peak point. And for a peak point like marriage, of course, or ending point like conclusion and separation from maybe you successfully finish your consultation work with a client and now they go happily their own way, but you help them, so they might bring you more popularity, more other clients by the word of mouth, right? The same day, you are supported by Venus still in your 12th house, trining Saturn in your 8th house. So once again, internal stability, getting rid of something unnecessary in your life, healing your inner being, child, your soul, making regressions, having some psychological insights, travel somewhere for some spiritual recharge, and of course some financial support. You know, maybe some of you are divorcing, but they're getting alimony for the kids, for example, right? Or some you get support. Let's say you do some amazing consultation and your client pays you even double, something like that. But it's very important here to get rid of your fears, right? Because with such Pluto active in your 7th house, with this full moon in your 7th house, it is about you and the others, you and your relationships. And Pluto can be frightening, terrifying even sometimes. Of course, you have to be careful with aggressive partners or manipulating partners. Maybe this full moon will open your eyes that maybe something is wrong in your relationship, but you were just like sweeping it under the rug. But now it's time to face it. Pluto likes to pile up, but then eventually there is this huge mushroom explosion, right? And people face up their biggest fears. And here you're very supported by 8th and 12th house, working with your emotions, psychology, and subconscious to get rid of fears mostly. On the 16th, we have a wonderful day for mental processes and plans and ideas. Mercury is exactly conjunct to the Sun. It's called a Kazimi moment when Mercury is like in the center of the Sun. Mercury was the messenger of gods, and the Sun is the highest deity in a sense, because it's the star, the planet, according to astrology, that gives us life and light and joy and happiness, right? So if around the evening in Bulgaria, Sofia, where I live currently, that precise conjunction at 24 degrees and 15 minutes of your sign Cancer, that's your first house, that's super significant. So Eastern European Daylight Saving Time, it's going to happen at 10:15 p.m. okay, in the night already before we go to sleep. So you can convert this time to your local time and see when it's good to just, you know, breathe, meditate, be calm, relax, peaceful, so you can clearly hear your thoughts, hear your body, observe your body. First house, you might be sitting and meditating and suddenly there is a dream, there is a insight, there is a thought, and you feel some hinges or itchiness, let's say, in your left arm. So then you can Google, what does this mean? Maybe your body gives you some signals about your health, about your personal development, about your relationships as well. But that's a good moment to just, like, you know, 16th in the afternoon, evening, depends where you are located, to pay attention to your mind. Maybe write down automatically, writing, you know, just writing for 5 minutes, or just observing your breathing and your thoughts, and you might get some inspiration or insights. On the 18th and on the 20th, we have 2 tough days because Mercury and Sun in your sign are opposing Pluto in your 7th house. So this time there is this confrontation possibly between you, your own desires, your vision for yourself, your future, how you want to look, with whom you want to communicate, and the push from your partners. Now, generally these days it might be about someone in your life, 7th house, but also it might be because Pluto in Capricorn is such a massive energy of collective, of institutions, of banks, business, companies, government, tax offices. Oh, okay, of course, in 7th house, it might be your psychologist, your therapist. Maybe with your partner, you're going to a couple therapy or something like this. So there might be huge revelations, or, of course, be careful with a sense of being manipulated, being pushed around, being controlled, because Pluto has this tough grip overall. What I can say is that every opposition is like a full moon. It's a sort of culmination of a process that started with a conjunction of these 2 participating planets. And because on the 18th is the Mercury opposing Pluto, maybe it's a enlightening moment or a peak in a process that started when Mercury and Pluto were conjunct, and this was happening for 3 months. The whole last winter, December 2021, January 2022 and February 2022 overall, Mercury was retrograde and he passed 3 times on Pluto, right? I think it's very significant. So think what you have started as a relationship, as contracts, as agreements, as collaboration with someone, popularity. Maybe you started a blog in internet, or you are the consultant that got a client, and maybe you worked since last winter, and now there you go, you have this moment of completion, of endings, of revelations and clarity. It might be related, of course, to some kind of shared finances as well, but also might bring you some very profitable deals, okay? But especially on the 20th with the Sun opposing Pluto, we might feel like us against this, like individual against the system. So a bit tougher. On the 19th, Mercury goes into Leo. On the 22nd, Sun as well follows into Leo. Sun will be very happy because he rules Leo, and passing for 30 days its own sign, it's a pleasure, it's a joy for the planet. So these two will give you big boost and confidence and luck in your second house. That is about your finances, your material possessions. Maybe you will allow yourself some bits of luxury. Maybe there will be enhance in your gainings, earnings, work. Maybe you will shine bright at your work activities as well. There will be focus on your nurturing diet, how you feed your body, right? And your self-esteem. That's a great time. Sun in Leo, that's such a confident energy. Second house, it's about how you, what you value in life generally and how you treat and value yourself. Great. On the 25th, we have another interesting day. Can be super mega positive, almost too good to be true, because the two benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, are squaring each other. Now again, square, it's an intense aspect, all right? It's not so smooth. So we can here be too much Venus or too much Jupiter, because Jupiter is too optimistic, too generous. Venus is too much about self-indulgence and spoiling, and Venus is in your first house. So yeah, be careful with overeating, for instance. Showing off, right? Jupiter still is in your 10th house of public image, reputation, career. So on one hand, you can be too much over the top, you know, like too optimistic, too positive, too loud, too generous with others. But on the other hand, maybe that's a great day really for career improvements. You can achieve a lot and without even so much effort, because Jupiter likes to give presents, just like Santa Claus. And Venus likes the small pleasures in life, like food, clothes. So maybe you are going to a party where you will be shining like a star. Really, you have a lot of optimism, faith in yourself, personal charm. You can convince others, so it's good for dealing with promotions, asking for raise and promotion, opening your business, engagements as well. Some of you maybe are divorcing, but at the same time you're meeting the right person for you, right? Venus and Jupiter here can talk about luxury stuff as well. From the 26th till the 31st, Mercury in Leo in your second house of finances and work is very active. As he goes through Leo, he makes squares to several planets in Taurus, right? Because this is the fixed axis of signs. So first, Mercury squares Mars, so that's very agitated energy, 26th. Then Mercury squares Uranus and the north karmic lunar node called Rahu. So being those three guys in Taurus, that is your 11th house. So you have a lot of stimulation, a lot of activities regarding groups of people, friends, gatherings, social projects, clubs of interest, like-minded people, organizations, NGOs, political ones. Maybe you're participating in something new, something fresh, with some very interesting, innovative, progressively thinking young people from different countries possibly. But yeah, there is a lot of going on in your 11th house. And yeah, square, as you already know, can be it links these planets, right? So on one hand, you need to work and earn money. On the other hand, maybe your friends are inciting you to spend your money on their group projects. Maybe you are inspired to open a blog in internet to promote your business. So you have to invest first money in this. And Uranus is rushing. Uranus wants things to happen quickly for you, maybe to go freelancing, go independent, start promoting yourself in internet. Yeah, pay for PR marketing campaigns. But at the same time, on the 31st, Mercury is opposing Saturn in your 8th house. And as Mercury is very optimistic here, and Uranus, he wants to do this quantum leap in the future, and Rahu talks about your future development with other people, with collaborations, with groups. Saturn is like the party pooper here. So Saturn in your 8th house asks you questions like, are you sure in these people? Can you trust them? Can you trust yourself? Are you financially prepared? Do you have the stability? Yeah, because here the opposition, Mercury Saturn, is second, 8th house. It's about finances. Second house is you earn, you work, and you spend. And 8th house is about others' investment into you, whether time, whether finances. Maybe it's your partner, maybe it's your family, maybe you rent a house and you start earning this rent money. Maybe government supports your fresh new IT technological idea. Yeah, because Uranus is about technology, and Rahu as well. So that's a interesting time. It's not easy because you have these opposing energies, right? One pulling into do something together with others, or international company and business maybe are offering you work with them and studies. Maybe you want to join a course of how to become an IT specialist, learn something about cryptocurrency, computer languages, but then Saturn is like, okay, but can we invest in this, or can we ask for a scholarship, for instance, right? So something like that. And also second, 8th house, Saturn is like a dark cloud, right? It's about doubts and insecurities, fears oftentimes. So maybe first you have to work on, again, with your psychologist, on your own inner traumas that don't allow you to bond with people, to collaborate with people on good equal basis, right? Maybe you feel pushed by partners, maybe you want to go independent, or you don't know how to balance this, right? Because opposition is always about finding a balance. But Saturn can be a little bit tough, right? And give some delays even in all these financial endeavors and plans with other people, with partners. Oh, also 11th house, Uranus incites you here to have some radical, brave, new ideas and dreams, hopes, wishes, goals for your development, because 11th house is our vision for ourselves for the future. So Uranus is like, come on, jump already. It's time to go into the future. But Saturn is like, hold the horses. You have to be careful here, and are you sure maybe it's not the time because of finances, because of children, because of family, because your own blockages? Don't worry, the resolution might come for all these intense energies, as I mentioned, in the autumn. In the autumn, when there will be this final square between Saturn and Uranus. Besides this, on the 28th, we have a new moon at 5 degrees of Leo, and that is your second house. So new financial possibilities, new work projects, new sources of income. You might buy yourself something you dreamed about. You might find the good or how it's called, service that you were looking for to purchase, and you find it, so you do it. This new moon, it's interesting. It is conjuncting Ceres, the asteroid that talks about food, nutrition, care, motherhood. So maybe you will be very caring about what you eat and about your body and your home, of course. At the same time, the new moon is trining Jupiter in Aries. A lot of optimism, like sky is the limit, work success, because it's second 10th house, so you might really have great improvements at career-wise, at work. You might become an authority, an expert, a leader. And it's very important here, Jupiter, because it's stationary. From the 26th of July till the 1st of August, the planet is stopped, held back, as it's turning to go retrograde. That's important in your 10th house. So of course there will be a big focus on your own achievements, dreams, goals, ambitions, status. Besides this, Jupiter rules your 9th and 6th houses. So we are talking here on your focus on your work, on your health as well, really. Maybe like work-life balance, how much you get tired, how much you work, how much you spend time with yourself, with your friends. And 9th house, it's about studies, international affairs, travels, documents, legal matters. So all of these topics will be very much on spotlight for you at the end of the month, dear Cancer. So thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking my videos, for subscribing for my channel. That really helps the channel grow. Thank you. And I wish you a wonderful month of July. Enjoy your birthdays, July Cancers, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.